The Great War for the East was won. The once great kingdom of Bulgaria was no more. Instead now a scatter of jarldoms and duchies sworn directly to the Erikson dynasty. The former king of the lands had fled north across the Danube. The conquest had been much easier than Stryker had first thought. The Christian dukes of the region were far too busy squabbling amongst themselves, while one by one the mountain strongholds fell to the Norsemen. By the time the Bulgarians realised the true severity of their threat, it was too late, and 3 huge Sapphire armies lay encamped outside their capital. Stryker had to give credit to the forces that met them outside the capital, however. They fought hard and without fear, their might even causing one of the Sapphire hosts to break into retreat. Maybe if they had stood united from the start, they'd still have their freedom. With the capture of Bulgaria, Sapphireland now bordered the mighty Byzantine Empire all the way along its northern border up to the Black Sea, and thanks to Jarl Egil, now King Egil, and his own successful conquest, they now bordered its entire western border. To ensure stability and control over this vast new lands of mountains and open plains, he would rise lowly Bulgarian counts to dukes, giving them lands and titles they could only dream of before the war. The new dukes would be ever grateful and loyal to Stryker for raising them to such high positions, and the natives would be content in the fact men of their own religion and culture ruled over them. Although it had been a war without much cost in the way of lives, it had set the royal treasury back a fortune, and the cost to keep the peace would no doubt set the crown back even further. The gold would have to be replenished, and now with the vast Black Sea open to them, a whole new world of riches would be within their grasps. Which meant only one thing for the Norsemen: raiding. Hello everyone and welcome back to the mighty Empire of Sapphireland. In the last episode we obviously took Bulgaria, giving us land all the way up to the Black Sea and bordering the northern border of the Western Byzantine Empire, which is awesome for Sapphireland. It makes it look a lot nicer as well with the title. We still do have this horrible bit of border gore here, but we will eventually take this bit of land, joining our realms together and taking over a huge amount of the Balkans here and the southern Slavic lands. So that'll be really interesting to do. We are a little bit low on gold. Well, we're not low on gold. 710 is an insane amount of gold, but we're a little bit low on gold compared to how we have been in recent times. It wasn't too long ago we had 3,000 gold, but we had to use a lot of that to create these new kingdoms, the empire title, all these new duchies and such. So we really need to build that up. A lot of people keep saying go feudal, go feudal. I know, guys, we will do it as soon as we can do it. We still can't do it just yet with the Norse culture. We're not too far away from the innovations so that we can do that. We need to, I think there's about 4 or 5 that we still need, but we're not far off on a lot of them. So we've got to wait for that to improve, which will hopefully happen when we get a learning character, which is why I would like Sven to be our next king. I want to go elective, and make King Sven hopefully our next emperor, and hopefully by him being in charge of his amazing learning, we can then go hopefully finally become feudal and start really improving the realm and improving our culture, becoming a little bit more like the western world down here, well, southern western world. So we will be looking into that, but before then, as we're still a true Viking warrior and a raider, I think we need to do a ton of raiding. Let's go raid and go on some final great raids, get a lot of wealth stocked up, ready for when that does inevitably happen. Right, so let's adopt a special succession type. We'll think on the matter and see what the options are, and hopefully we can get Sven to be the next king. The question of who should succeed me after my death has plagued me ceaselessly of late. The threat of splitting the realm ever on my mind, of course. While it is usually difficult to persuade the realm to accept a new order to the succession, it can be much easier to return to the ancient ways of my people were best. We'll gain Scandinavian elective succession for our empire, which will improve people's opinions of us. So, yes, we'll go for that. And then we can cast our vote for the High Kingdom of Sapphireland. Let's have a look who the highest people are at the moment. Hopefully now that Sven is a king, he'll be quite high up. That's who we're going to cast our vote for. So we'll cast our vote for him, which will be a lot of points because of how much vote score we get. That gives him 8 straight away. So hopefully we can get him as the next heir. That is who I would prefer to play as myself. We've got 3 powerful vassals expecting council positions. King Ael of Epirus, King Alexander Rasputin of Serbia, and Duke Tripamir of Transylvania. Why not? We'll look into our council. We've not done it for a while. Let's see if we do have better council members out there than the ones that we currently have. What do we currently have our wife doing? We'll keep her on managed domain. Wow, plus 10 stewardship. Yeah, definitely. Our steward, Duke Mordecai, I highly doubt that we've got anyone better than him. He is insanely good. We could increase development. We could promote our culture still, but I think we'll just collect the extra taxes at present. Our marshal is Jarl Sigbjorn II. He's the guy who killed like 130 people in that battle in the last episode. But 15 marshal isn't incredible. I'm guessing we've probably got someone much better than that. And we have in King Alexander of Serbia. And a king is higher than a Jarl, so it's probably more important that we keep him on side. So we'll go with Rasputin for our new marshal. Get him to increase control because we've got ridiculously bad control in a lot of regions, as we can see. Hopefully this Bulgarian land that we've took over should be pretty decent to control, because of course we did let all the Bulgarian natives keep that land. Let's go for this Italian land over here. Our spy master, we can't get... Oh, we can actually get rid of him now. I know that we couldn't at one point. He has got 22 though, which is pretty good, but Jarl Aid's got 20. I'd rather have Jarl Aid, to be honest, or even Jarl Bjorg of Spilito. 20 intrigue, 22 intrigue, but I don't really like this guy. Jarl Aid, I'd rather go with Jarl Aid. What is he? He's an elusive shadow. He is better though, so we probably should leave it as it is. Do we have a better chancellor than Jarl Otheg? No, we don't, so we'll stick with him. We do have our minor titles. Wow, you're really bad. Do we have someone better than you? Got this guest here who's got 17 learning. Wow. He is a wise man. Let's recruit him to court, which won't cost us a lot. 10 stress because we're shy, but let's assign him to the role instead. And hopefully we can get him to like us easier. If we send him a small gift of 15 gold, and he's just a lot better, so I'd rather stick with him. But let's have a look at our minor titles then, see if we can get some of the people in here. We've got Jarl Aid as our cupbearer, so that'll keep him on side. Our Scold, she's only got 8 diplomacy. Surely we've got someone better than that. Got Jarl Bjorn II of Dubrovnik. He's pretty powerful, isn't he, Jarl Bjorn of Dubrovnik? So he could be good. But then we've got King Ael. I'm going to go with him instead just because he's a king and he wants a council position. Our Master of Ships, we have this disfigured guy. No idea who you are. You're not a duke or anything like that. So we'll go with Jarl Augustin. Oh, nice name. Yeah, we'll go with you as you're a Jarl. Oh, you do have Jarl Karl Klassen of Croatia as well, though. Ooh. You're both pretty powerful. You absolutely despise us, though. So we'll go with Jarl Klass instead. Our Volva. Okay, you're pretty good. We'll keep you as you are. Oh, we could have Jarl Harald Bjornsson of Alga, though. No, we'll keep with who we've got. Our court champion. Surely we've got someone with better prowess than that. We've got you with 22. That is insane. Danson Eriksson. Who are you? So you are of the Eriksson family, located in Chernobyl. Do we own Chernobyl now? Who is your father? Chieftain Dan. Unless you're just a different Eriksson. You must be a different Eriksson. But you are pretty good. You're a logistician. You're an unyielding defender. You've only got 13 martial, though. This guy's a beast. Let's go with this guy. And for our tax collector, King... we should probably keep him as that then, to be honest, as he is a king. So yeah, we'll keep with who we've got for that. But hopefully we can get more people on side there. Right, how is our army replenishing? We can get a lot more troops. Let's let our army replenish before we go on the raid then. Just because it can replenish quite a little bit more still. And awesome, our new priest endorses us, which is perfect. There's only one powerful vassal expecting a council position now. And who is that? Okay, it's Tripamir of Transylvania. I don't really care about you, to be honest. Active election in High Kingdom. Yes, we know. We've got 4 prisoners that we can imprison. Duchess Dubrovka of Slavonia. Oh, I would love to get rid of her. I would love to get rid of her. Can we? What are our chances of imprisoning her? 7%. Yeah, not very successful then. I'd rather not risk it because there's other stuff that I want to get sorted, to be honest, at present. Increase opinion of who? You. I'm not really bothered, to be honest. I wouldn't be too bothered if we lost that land to be honest, because there's other land that I want instead, and I didn't originally intend to go so far north. But yeah, we'll continue with unpaused, let things tick along a little bit. But yeah, I don't really want our son to inherit Jarl Dag of Latium. He's nothing really impressive. He does have that one inheritable trait. He's a berserker, which is interesting as well, but he's not amazing, is he? He's just like a slightly better Asbjorn, and we didn't want Asbjorn to inherit, but he has had a lot of kids now. He's got a son, Stryker, and he's now our new player heir. He's actually being voted in, which is interesting. Oh no, and now our uncle is our new heir, Chieftain Loki, and now our son is again. So it's changing constantly by the looks. So he's had another son who's got the, oh nice, he's got the quick trait and the comely trait. Awesome. We could keep an eye on you then. Who was it? It was one of our daughters, wasn't it, that had the very, very impressive child. I think it was you. Was it this guy? Magnus? Yes, it was Magnus, wasn't it? Look at him. 2 years old and he's already got everything 5 or over. He's insane. Let's find a spouse for him with inheritable traits as well. Let's try and make some absolute monster children from him and his future bride. Let's go with age. He's only 2 years old. We've got a intelligent 0-year-old here. He's got intelligent and giant, so we could probably go with a different... Oh, robust. Oh no, Amazonia. Herculean. Awesome. That could be perfect. Oh, we've got our granddaughter, who's a giant, quick, and pretty. That could be a good mix, but it'd be nice to try and get another one of those traits in there. That Herculean might be the best one, to be honest, just because it's an extra trait that we can try and get in there. So let's arrange a proposal between those two. I think I pinned this kid as well, so we can keep an eye on him. I think he's actually our ward as well, which is awesome. But yeah, we've not got much gold at all. We really need to increase that. So let's have a look at the votes. Just while we're waiting for time to tick along, we'll have a look at the votes. And they've accepted that marriage, which is perfect. So the current vote score is... Oh, it's that guy again, our cousin. Why is he always the favourite? He's the guy that I wanted to kill before. We need to get rid of this guy. We really need to get rid of this guy. He is so annoying, and the kingdom would actually... Well, he isn't actually our heir, which is annoying as well. So who's our player heir? Our son at present, which is very annoying. So that means that Loki, our uncle, must be pretty close. Yeah, Chieftain Loki is second. Who isn't bad, but he's just old. Where is Sven? Sven's, wow, pretty low down. Why is nobody else voting for Sven? I suppose they are all Vikings and they're not really going to be interested in a learning character. But maybe we can influence things slightly. Maybe if we made him a bit more powerful, or... I'm not sure how we could... We have got more titles we could give away. We've got the Kingdom of Bulgaria, the Kingdom of Romagna. Yeah, I'm not sure how we're going to do this. We don't want the guy who is the current heir to inherit, though. It wouldn't be so bad if it was one of our uncles, but we definitely don't want that guy to inherit. That would be the worst case scenario for us. And who is Byzantine at war with now? Are they at war with one of our vassals again? No, they're not. They've got land under siege, though, which is interesting. So one of their dukes are currently at war. But I think I'd like to just go and raid Constantinople, and then we'll leave the rest of Byzantium, and we'll come back west and we'll raid Iberia, South Francia, maybe Northern Africa. West, we haven't raided west much yet. Italy is pretty much gone. They've literally got this island here and this tiny, tiny, tiny bit of land. So Italy's about to fall at any second. Oh, and what's this offer that we've had here? Ransom for Count Petar, 25 gold. Yes, I accept. Of course I accept. And our uncle, Chieftain Loki, has died from his wound, so that gets him out of the race. We'll unpin him. I don't think his son really needs pinning. Chieftain Asbjorn of Tamelo, he's no one really important. He's not really got any impressive traits, so we'll sort of let that line fizzle out. It's not of importance to us anymore. Whatever they get up to, they're only a low chieftain, but that hopefully moves Sven up one place. Tourney troubles. As High King, I have been obliged to attend a local wrestling tournament, but the contestants have been delayed. The tourney won't start for at least another hour. Looking around, I notice my cousin, King Sven, sitting under a nearby pavilion, clearly bored halfway to death. On the other hand, I just noticed the alluring smell of veal cutlets wafting over from the kitchen. Spend some time with Sven. We're shy, but he'll become our friend. Can we afford 20 stress? I don't think we can. A good meal always improves my mood. We lose stress. I've wasted enough. Let's become friends with Sven. It's going to overwhelm us with stress, which is annoying, but never mind. Accusations of witchcraft, bloodstained cloth, crows, feathers, strange smelling concoctions. This is evidence presented to me by a group of villagers from Asbjorn board as proof that Ethelred has been practicing witchcraft in her hut on the outskirts of her village. The villagers claim her evil works must be the cause of their poor harvest and are calling for her execution. She is a wise woman. She's pretty. Can we take her as a concubine? I'd like her as a concubine. The evidence is circumstantial. Release her. She must burn for her crimes against Odin. She is killed. We gain 100 piety. A witch, you say? I could use a new advisor. She joins our court. She gains 50% opinion of us. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. And I'm going to take her as a concubine. She's got some decent traits. She'll make an excellent concubine. Perfect. That'll hopefully gain us a bit more prestige as well. Upset the peasants slightly, but they're only peasants. Who cares? We're an emperor now. We're above that. But our stress is worrying me. We do need to get that down. We're only slightly over. Greetings, my thoughtful liege. I hereby invite you to a feast at my court in Spoleto. It'll be a grand affair. It will be my pleasure. I think we can actually work off some stress, can't we? No, we can't lash out. Because we're already active in an activity. Hopefully by the time this feast is over, our troops will be replenished. Every guest is gathered in the great hall, and our gracious host Jarl Bjorg has welcomed us all to the feast. This better be worth my time. Jarl Bjorg always just reminds me of Jarl Bjorg from Vikings. The poor guy who obviously got blood-eagled. I always felt sorry for him. I know he went a bit far by raiding Kattegat and taking over it, but it was all King Horik's fault, wasn't it, really, for not letting him come in the first place. What started as an ordinary feast became an exceptional one thanks to the presence of Count Adelpho. We spoke all evening about all manner of subjects, and as things would have it, we seemed to have a lot in common. I had such a good time with him. What a good evening. Awesome, becomes our friend and we gain decent opinion. Our troops are almost replenished, just about 1,000 more men. We want to get as many raiders as we can, because obviously we will lose a lot of raiders. Heavenly delights. What kind of meat is this? So rich in flavour. What are these vegetables? Almost sweet. Oh, and these wonderful little desserts. This feast has some of the best food I've ever tasted. Minus 52 stress. Awesome. Perfect. We're no longer overwhelmed with that. That was perfect. Perfect timing, really. How is this war going in Serbia? How are you doing, Rasputin? Oh, you're absolutely annihilating it. The insufferable wait. I cannot believe how long I have been waiting for the food, but we've just eaten. Are we here to eat or to admire the grain of the wooden table? What are you staring at, Jarl Bjorg? I am just very hungry. I can smell it from the kitchen too, and that loses opinion of us, even though we've had our food. That's annoying. Even though it would be bad against us, I would love to see the Frankian kingdoms unite. What a feast. I will remember the days spent in Jarl Bjorg's halls for a long time to come. Now it is time to wash off the traces of merriment and wine and once again resume my duties as Lord of the Realm. Farewell, we lose 31 stress and opinion goes up by 15. Perfect. And our armies are almost replenished. I'm just going to forward time a little bit to let those replenish and then we can start raiding. Your councillor, Ottotone, died from his wounds. Yes, he was disfigured. So that means that we do now need a... I think he was the court champion, wasn't he? Yeah, so we need a new court champion. Who do we have? We've got Alpha. He's pretty good, to be fair. I don't think there's any Jarls or Dukes, so yeah, we'll go with him. What other option have we got? You can create the Duchy of Majorca. Oh, nice. Have we managed to take a little bit more land out there? King Sven must have taken it. So yes, we'll create that title. Will cost us a bit of gold, but we gain that prestige, and we're going to go raiding anyway. Perfect, so he must have taken that. I'm guessing it's him who's taken... No, he hasn't taken it, so who's taken... Okay, you've taken it. Interesting. I'm going to give it to Sven anyway, though. Let's grant title. The Jarldom of Majorca to him. I'd rather give it him, make him a little bit more powerful than our brother, who we obviously disposed of from Serbia. I'd rather make Sven, who will hopefully be our heir, more powerful. But we're incredibly low on gold now. We've still got 1,000 troops to replenish, which is annoying. It's taken a hell of a long time to happen. Greetings, my impeccable liege. With the ongoing conflict between Jarl Aid and Jarl Karl, I have been working tirelessly to get to the heart of their quarrel. I believe that with the right encouragement, a settlement may be reached. Whatever the cost, get them to stop fighting. The cost is 90 gold, which is annoying. This will do. They will do as I say, as their High King. We spend prestige, or let them sort out their differences. No, we'll spend prestige. We've got plenty of prestige. We'll end that war between our Jarls. To the reclusive High King Stryker, we will not stand for your vile oppression of good Greek Orthodox any longer. Our time is now at hand. With St. George's guidance, we will rise up and free ourselves from your heathen rule. Leader of the populist uprising. Fine. No. The Russian Orthodox population will be crushed. This is annoying because we were just starting to raise our replenish our troops. So let's rally the troops. I doubt they're going to be too much of a problem to take down. Right, our troops are rallied. Let's take down this peasant revolt. Should be pretty quick. We hopefully shouldn't lose too many troops. And they're sailing down here, so we'll do the same with both of our armies. Cost us a bit of gold, but that's fine. And we could always just turn into raiders afterwards. It's going to be easy. At least they've all gathered in one place for us, so we can slaughter them in one go. We've got more prisoners that we can imprison. Jarl Bjorg, don't really know why. How is the election going now? It's so annoying that it's that guy again. We need to get rid of this guy. Oh, 407 votes. That is insane, but at least our son and King Sven are second and third. We need to kill... Oh, it's so annoying that we can't get rid of it. We can't murder scheme till 9:51. I ended the murder scheme, didn't I, for him? That was a very, very foolish thing to do. We can't imprison him. We can't invite him to court. We need to get rid of him somehow. Desperately. Let's dock our armies. Our marshal impresses vassals. Jarl Bjorg gained 30% opinion of us for 5 years, and we gained 75 prestige. Thank you very much, Rasputin. Good work, my friend. Yeah, let's dock the army here quickly, and then attack this host, who have nearly sieged that land, but game over. Who's leading the army for us? We will... We'll lead it ourselves. Why not? Additional taxes, 125 gold. Well done, Mordecai. Yeah, we're going to absolutely crush this army. And we have got the actual local army as well, helping us out. So that's going to be a complete crushing victory against this peasant uprising. We've managed to take him prisoner. End the war. Clear all notifications. You know what? We could probably just go raiding with what we've got now. Prisoners can be ransomed. Let's have a look. We've got Duke Praska, who absolutely hates us. Where do you rule, my friend? You're a duke of this land here. Do we even own that land? Or have they been... No, yes, we do own this land. Okay, that's good. We could revoke your titles. And Duke Tripimir, we could revoke your titles. We could revoke the titles of both these dukes and give them to someone who might be a little bit more thankful to have them. Or we could just ransom them for the gold. We'll take the gold. Because I'm not really bothered about this land. If they uprise again, we'll crush them next time. We'll take the gold because we could do with the gold. Let's start raiding. We should have enough men to raid Byzantine. Now, I have been informed by people, that a few people, the reason why the raid failed for Constantinople last time was because the raiding parties, even though they attacked together, were not joined together. And you need 3,000 men or something to actually do it. And because they weren't combined, you have to combine them in your own lands. That's the reason we couldn't do it. So let's see if now we can raid Constantinople. That's the only bit of land that I want to raid here. Even though we could raid all this land in wealthy, just for the fun and for law's sake, we'll go and raid some other areas, some other wealthy areas that we have not been to yet. Iberia, South Francia and such. Southwest Francia, so South France. But let's sail our fleet up here, 7,000 strong. And there's going to be a lot of gold here. 100 gold just from Constantinople. Let's go. Let's raid Constantinople. We've got two powerful vassals expecting council positions now. It's okay. It's only another random one. And yes, we are actually raiding it this time. So it would appear that that was the right reason. I think it was Chris who said that. So thanks, Chris, for letting me know. They are now raising an army, though, which is a pretty strong army by the looks of it. As I woke up this morning and saw rays of sunshine falling through my window, it took me a moment to realise I had slept soundly for the first time in weeks. I did not wake up coughing once. Perfect. So we're feeling better. And they are raising a pretty big army, actually. How much manpower does Byzantine actually have now? Oh, only 5,000. So unless they hire some mercenaries, they're not going to have enough men to attack us. They're going to also have to cross the river to get to us. And by the time they've done that, we've already raided 100 gold. That is awesome. Let's Right, so we want to go to Iberia. So what we'll do, just so we can put that 100 gold away, we'll sail over to Majorca, dock the 100 gold there, and then we can carry even more gold with us. And then we'll go over here. We'll raid Valencia and all of southern Spain, Malaga and such like that. Maybe come up the coast into Barcelona. I'm guessing you'd probably get a bit of wealth from Barcelona, surely. And then we'll go into southern France, such as Montpellier and Marseille and such, and see what we can get there. Asturias is doing really well. Maybe Iberia can be reclaimed by the Christians, which would be interesting. And we've actually had a battle in Constantinople. Well, not a battle, a slaughter. 6,665 men against 4,919 men. We lost 237. They lost 4,000. Wow, that is a slaughter. Let's have a look at the details then. Who killed the most men? Jarl Sigbjorn killed 98. King Alexander of Serbia, 92. Awesome. Very impressive. A snake at court. I'm heading for my chambers to enjoy some blessed sleep when I hear a faint rustle from a window. Just the wind, I think. Until the wind starts to speak. Asta, open up, my sweetling. It is I, Faliki. I push the shutters open, and lo and behold, a man has climbed up to Asta's window. It is Falki of Catania, a noble man from Skopje. Okay. Why have we not set up? Now we're setting sail because of that battle. We've got 100 loot on us, so we will dock that away. That was a very impressive victory. The great duelist, my vassal, Duke Bertalan, has arrived at court with a bandaged arm and fear in his eyes. He tells me that my son and heir, Jarl Dag, has been challenging people to duels all over Philippopolis. Do you know what? I think... Should we fight him ourselves? Yeah, why not? Let's fight him ourselves. And we gained 150 prestige by beating him. And he will now stop dueling. I remember when our daughter, it was Sigbjorn's daughter, Herja, was doing it and became disfigured due to it. But we've got plenty of troops here. We should be able to get a lot of land. Oh, and it looks like we've got a rebellion going on in this land here. She's defending against Count Ragnar in the Liberty War. She has 924 men. How many does Jarl Ragnar have? He has 710, so it's not looking good for him, even though everybody has raised up in his favour. But she has an ally, Count Gudfred of Odinrith. Interesting. I think he's actually Christian, isn't he? He's one of the only Norsemen in our kingdom to actually convert. And our fleet has arrived in Majorca for a holiday. Yeah, let's go have a nice holiday in Magaluf. There we go. And we have docked 100 gold away. Let's have... And our cousin Tygave died of cancer. I don't think he was pinned, was he? Yes, he was pinned. Don't really know why, so we'll unpin him. There's nothing overly interesting about him. Clear notifications. Right, so we've got our army. Let's have a look what prizes we have down here. Have we got any rich prizes? Is Gibraltar rich? 17 gold, 19 gold. Okay, there are some rich... Yeah, some very rich provinces down here that we could exploit. Yeah, quite a lot of rich provinces. What about in Valencia? Yes. Wow, yes, definitely. We could do the whole coast here in all of these kingdoms. Barcelona. Okay, yeah, so this is looking promising. If we sail down to Gibraltar, we'll start there. And we will work our way up all of the southern and eastern Iberian coast and into South Francia and then back home. We've got 6,000 raiders. We should be able to take an insane amount of money. The chiefdom of Majorca has given rise to the Catalan Mawaudi populace targeting you. Okay. But we've got over 1,000 gold again now. We should build this up. If we can get 4,000 coins saved up, something like that, that would be pretty cool. Our acquaintance in our dungeon has died, I don't really care, but if we could get a good amount of gold saved up before we go feudal, we can then spend a hell of a lot of money improving our provinces and building new baronies and new holdings, which would be really good. Right, so this was worth a fair bit of gold. Some of these are worth a fair bit. I don't know if to go round to these. Oh, perfect. The settlement of Alacrius, an important stronghold in Greater Alaricus, has fallen to my raiders. We have the run of vast tracts of land and an army of the quivering subjects and shining treasures of the Mir Atap to choose from. We could capture some slaves, which is something we haven't really done before, and it will increase the development of our county by 40, but I want the gold. We're doing this for gold, so we'll go for the gold. Let's go and raid this mosque then. It's a shame that you can't split your raiders in half. It is really annoying that you can't do that. We can designate a guardian for our daughter. Let's have a look at you then. You're a giant, which is interesting. You've got decent martial. Curious. It probably would be better if we did give you... No, children might struggle with this. Well, what would you be good at? You've got decent learning. Learning might be good for you, yes. So we'll choose that focus. And then I think what we'll do... We'll send you to Sven. Let's try and improve relationships with him even more. We'll offer him a ward. Our daughter, which one was it? We've got several. It was you. No, we can't actually send you to him. So instead, we will find you somebody else with decent learning. Wow, 27, Margarita. Yes, perfect. I can't believe she's still alive. I remember everyone's been trying to kill her for decades. And yet, she still carries on. We've raided the mosque. Let's raid this barony here then. 19 gold, and then we'll raid this. We could go down the river. Wow, 33 gold here. Severe. Perfect. I think we probably will go for Severe as well. Why not? There's a lot of gold to be had there. We're going to be able to carry 636 gold, which is an insane amount of gold. By the time we've raided, it'll probably be a lot less than that, unfortunately, just because we've got so much manpower. But and we can actually march up here without taking too many losses, which is perfect. I think we'll raid this, and then we'll work our way back out to this coast. That'll probably be the most sense to do. Fire and blood, perfect. Let's bounty as plunder, because we want the gold, we want the prestige. We don't plan on owning this land anytime soon, if ever. So it's not going to matter if we ruin the land a little bit by doing that. Right, now we'll march to Malaga and raid Malaga. What's this? Yeah, the mosque. The lands inland aren't overly impressive, so we'll leave those and we'll just work our way up the coasts. The supply limit will also be better then, so we won't take as much attrition, which will work perfect in our favour. We well and truly are the raiders from the Adriatic now, considering we own all of the Adriatic and the way into the Adriatic. Let's march onto this mosque. 15 gold, very nice. Wow, this barony here, 22 gold, 29 gold there, very impressive. 25 gold there in the mountains, but I don't know if I really want to march up into the mountains. There's plenty of gold to be had just by sticking to the coasts. I doubt any of these have got armies big enough to repel us anyway, but I'd rather play it safe. So we'll just march on to this place next. We've got enough, like I said, provinces on the coast to fill our boats. Fill our longships, return them back home. Maybe to Mallorca might be the best place to go. And we've unlocked a new... Perfect, a new stewardship perk, which will be our first one, won't it? Which is awesome. So we've got golden obligations. You can demand payment. Taxman, collect tax better. I'm probably going to go for that, to be honest. Yes, we'll go for that. Taxman. Let's improve how our taxes by 10%, which is perfect, getting us more gold. We'll go for this land. We'll go out to this mosque, and yeah, we'll work our way up the coast, unless there's some inland, very rich lands. But I think most of the lands of Iberia are going to be a lot richer on the coast, rather than all the mountains inland, especially around this time probably, unless we go right up to the north. And we can get away with going inland to this one, which is perfect. Okay, so we've worked our way up most of this. I just skipped it off screen as we raided. Not a lot happened. We did have one Fire and Blood event. We're gaining lots of wealth. When we do return all this wealth, we're going to have over 2,000 gold, which is perfect. And we'll just keep going out and re-raiding. Our prisoner has died, and our new concubine, the wise woman, is now pregnant, which is perfect. So hopefully she can give us an interesting child, which is nice. It's nice that she's Norse as well, but we'll carry on down the coast. We've nearly finished with the Kingdom of Valencia. We have lost a bit of manpower, which is a shame, but when we go home, we can replenish. Perfect Fire and Blood again. We'll keep going for the bounties plunder, just to get more gold, and our glory is widely known, so we're gaining a lot of prestige through this as well. Wow, 3,001. We've gained like over 1,000 prestige, as well as all the gold that we've gained. 399 gold, so we've still got room for another 180 gold. What we'll do is we'll take that, probably once we raid this kingdom here in and around Barcelona. That's probably going to give us enough gold to then we'll go back to Mallorca, re-put away the gold, replenish our troops, and then we'll sail up into Francia. I'm heading for my chambers to enjoy some blessed sleep when I hear a faint rustle from a window. Just the wind, I think, until the wind starts to speak. Okay, so someone's going after our dwarf niece. Fair enough. It's the same event as earlier, so we won't look into it too much. It's pretty much the event that we get all the time, isn't it, to be honest? I'm very surprised Barcelona doesn't have a little bit more gold, but never mind. Well-organised court. Perfect. Thank you to our wife for that. Managed to take some prisoners in the siege. Is it one that we've got 2 that we can ransom? Perfect. 25 gold. Yeah, we'll take that. And then we'll ransom the other one afterwards and see what we can get for them. Let's march on to this next province. 25 gold. Can we ransom the other prisoner yet? And they are actually raising an army to try and repel us. It's not going to be a very powerful army. Level of Splendor increased. The Eriksson dynasty is known far and wide. Awesome. Very nice. Yes, we can ransom you for 10 gold, and we are going to get attacked by this host. It's a fair bit of manpower, but it's not going to be enough to hurt us. Bring back bounteous plunder again. And that just said our acquaintance Ragnar has died, which is a shame. So we will unpin him. He is a custom character. Who is his heir, and has he lost his lands? Which one was his lands? Yes, she's took them away from him. So that's bad. It's a sad day. It's always sad when one of our custom characters die. They're probably going to be in his court though, aren't they? So let's have a look, just so we can repin the heir. Let's see how this battle is going to go then in Barcelona. We're going to slaughter them. They've got a decent amount of manpower, but it's not going to be enough to fight our raiders, is it? We know this. Our champion Jarl daughter ripped the head off of someone. Awesome. And became a berserker. And Jarl Sigbjorn ripped the head off someone as well. Yeah, we've slaughtered that. They are attacking us again. We're known for our dedication to the faith, which is perfect. We've got 2 prisoners that can be ransomed. I think it's time, though, after this. I don't think we can carry any more gold, so we're going to have to sail back to Mallorca. Our champion Jarl Odda ripped the head off of Fernan and became a berserker. Perfect. So we'll finish these battles. And now let's sail on over to Mallorca. Let's put our plunder away. Raise some more vassals. Let's ransom these 2 prisoners that we've got. 10 gold each, which is a decent amount. We'll take it all. And, oh no, Margarita has died at the age of 70, which is a shame because she was pretty decent. So we now need a new educator for you. Educate child. No, not us. Someone with decent learning. There's got to be someone with decent learning. You're pretty good. You'll do. And we're going to bring her home a nice amount of gold here. 483 gold, as well as obviously the prestige that we're going to bring home with that. And another prisoner to ransom. 50 gold. Very nice. Spouse, divide and conquer. Duke Eckernhard has been actively supporting Jarl Augustin and his independent faction. However, my wife has a plan to change that. Trust me, the things I could tell Duke Eckernhard would make him disavow Augustin in an instant. Make sure Eckernhard never supports Augustin again. Good work, my wife. 1700 gold. We've replenished our coffers so quickly, it would seem. There we go. Look at all that coin that we've now brought home. Let's disband our army. We'll raise the raiders once they've replenished a little bit more. We can found another holy order, which is interesting. Praise Freya. Alfred has given birth to a perfect little daughter. Awesome. Yep, we'll keep that name for now. Why not? Which is nothing special. I only really bother naming the really special ones, which sounds a bit bad. Let's have a look how the election's going on. I'm guessing our cousin is still winning by... not by as much. Sven's moved up to 2nd. That's good. If we can get rid of him, we still can't murder him, but if we can get rid of him, Sven will win, which is good. Hopefully, anyway. We can raise over 5,800, so I probably should let it replenish a little bit more, but we won't. We'll raise all our raiders. Going to be a hell of a lot of manpower, isn't it, to be honest? Still a hell of a lot of manpower that we're going to have there. So we'll wait for them to gather. It's going to take a few more days. And where shall we go? Where shall we go next? Now that they've replenished, let's merge them together first of all, in case we go to somewhere powerful. So we'll get them to merge together, see what we've got. We've got just shy of 6,000 raiders by the looks of it. A child of my dynasty, my daughter Bothilda, has given birth to a daughter. I hope she's going to be really good against Sophia Eriksson. She's got the quick trait. Sophia, I like that name, Sophia Eriksson. That sounds nice, to be fair. And yeah, 5,800 raiders. Right, now that we've got them selected, let's have a look what we've got to work with. Let's have a look at West Francia. We've not raided West Francia yet. How much gold do we have in and around Paris? 30 gold in Paris, but there's a lot of gold around Paris. I'm surprised it's not been raided more by England. Well, the Danelaw, as it now is. We could always go for East Francia, though, which is quite vulnerable. Genoa, maybe? Is Genoa got a lot of gold in its provinces? Not really. West Francia or Astoros could be the best then, to be honest. Do you know what? let's sail up to Brittany here, and we'll go around this coast, and we'll go all around the northern coast of West Francia, sailing down to Paris as well. We'll raid Paris, why not? Shouldn't take too long to get here. We've got prisoners that can be ransomed, perfect. 22 gold out of 50. I think we'll keep hold of you for now until he can afford to pay the price. And we've actually got a queen. We've got the queen of the Byzantine Empire, which is interesting. But we'll sail out to France. West Francia is actually tiny now. The terror from Strontroborga. For years I've swept out on devastating raids, bringing the full fury of Odin to a trembling world, for surely if he disapproved, he would have struck me down by now. Instead, my household sleeps surrounded by the stolen fineries of foreign rulers, and exotic slaves warm my bed. Truly noble and peasant alike quail at my approach, and parents silence crying children with the threat that I'll visit. Ha, let them weep at my name. You gain the trait Viking. Perfect. And one of our councillors have died, which is a shame. It was our priest, so we've got a new priest now. Let's have a little look at who she is then. Bofilda. Is that our wife? I think it is, isn't it? No, it's not. Could we take her as a concubine? I think we've already got 3 concubines, haven't we? Yeah, so we can't do that, but we need to try and make her like us a little bit more. So let's send a gift to her and see what we can do with that. We've got plenty of gold. And let's carry on sailing our troops around to West Francia while we do that. I think once our troops arrive off the coast of West Francia, though, we will end today's episode for now, and we will do that raid in the next episode. They should be here pretty soon, as we are forwarding things very, very, very fastly. Here we go. They're just coming up now. And our concubine that hates us, our Bavarian concubine, is now pregnant. Perfect. She's robust, so hopefully we can get a child with that robust trait. That would be really good. And here we go. We have now arrived. So, we will end today's episode here, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, I really do appreciate it, and I hope that you've enjoyed. Of course, that's the main thing. If you did, please don't forget to like and leave a comment down below. It would really help me out, as well as I love seeing all of your opinions on the series. And don't forget to subscribe and join the Discord server as well if you haven't already, and I'll see you all very soon for the next episode.